In this video, we will be covering the basic configuration steps for managing box types in FreezerPro. This will largely take place in the Settings and Preferences section and will require administrative privileges and access rights. For configuration tools, expand the Settings and Preferences section. To continue with our configuration, we will discuss how to manage box types. Double-click on the Box Types tab to open the Box Types configuration window. Box types are used to define the dimensions and properties of the different types of boxes you may have in your virtual freezers. There are several different types of boxes available in FreezerPro, including square boxes, pie wedges, and bags. Many different types of boxes have flexible dimensions which can be set and edited by the administrator. There are several box types already defined in your out-of-the-box installation of FreezerPro. Each box type can be modified, customized, or deleted to fit your lab management needs at any time. There is no limit to the number of box types that can be defined in your system. In this view, we can add, delete, and edit box types by selecting their respective tools. To add a box type, select the Define New Box Type tool at the top of the view. Alternatively, you may right-click in the view and select the Define New Box Type tool. The first step to defining a new box type is assigning a name. You may do this in the box type name text box. Next, it is necessary to define the box type's shape. There are 5 available shapes in FreezerPro. The square shape is the most commonly used and permits you to change the dimensions to suit your needs. It is possible to have any combination of dimensions from 1 by 1 to 50 by 50. There are 2 pie shapes with 67 cells and 78 cells that cannot be modified. There is also a wedge shape with 100 cells that cannot be modified. The last available shape is the bag. This is a box type that has a capacity but no physical representation of wells. This is a list view only box type and can be used for large items such as bottles or tanks which are stored in your freezers but do not go into actual boxes. If you choose to use the square shape, you may set the dimensions by choosing the respective horizontal and vertical dimension drop-down menus. The Display Coordinates tool is used to label your horizontal and vertical axes in the box views. You may choose from numeric, numeric-numeric, numeric alpha, alphanumeric, and alpha-alpha. If you wish to disable certain cells in each of your boxes of this type, for example if you have a few select wells that you use for a control, you may do so by entering the numeric representation of the cell in the Disable Certain Cells text box. The final option for your box type is to choose which sample types are permitted. By default, all sample types are permitted in all box types. However, you may wish to limit which sample types may be available in this box type, and so you may choose from the drop-down list in the Allowed Sample Types section. This tool is particularly useful. There may be instances where you wish to have a box type with the same properties as another, but only wish to permit a single sample type in one and another in the second. In this case, it is recommended to name the box type with a suffix of the available sample type, for example, 8x8 bacteria only and 8x8 cell line only. It may be necessary to edit a box type's information at some point. In order to do this, you may select the box type in the view and then select the Properties tool in the toolbar. Alternatively, you may right-click on the box type and select the Properties tool from the available menu. When in the editing window, you may change the name, display coordinates, disabled cells, and allowed sample types. Note that you cannot change the box shape or dimensions once it has been created. When any changes are made, you may finalize them by selecting the Save button. If at any time it becomes necessary to delete a box type, the Delete Box Type tool may be used. To delete a box type, simply select it in the view and select the Delete Box Type tool in the top menu bar. Alternatively, you might right-click on the box type in the view and select the Delete Box Type tool from the pop-up menu. As with many of the other components in the FreezerPro system, such as users and roles, box types cannot be deleted once they are in use. This concludes the general configuration managing box types video tutorial. Up next, we will discuss managing report templates. To review, box types can be managed in the Settings and Preferences section. You can add, delete, and edit box types in the management window. There are 5 different available box shapes. and there is no limit to the number of box types you may have in the system.